Many years after the Persian Empire conquered Babylon, it has then become the most powerful empire in the world, spanning from India to Ethiopia. The current king who sits on the throne right now is named Xerxes. To celebrate how awesome he is throwing a long, expensive, and huge party for all his noblemen. Even though his whole party is basically one giant flex, he wants to top it all off by bringing in his wife, Queen Vashti, to show off how hot she is. But sadly, she does not answer his summons. So he divorces her but now he needs a new, young, hot wife. Which brings us to a secretly Jewish girl named Esther, who is renowned for her beauty. She was an orphan but was raised by her first cousin named Mordecai as if she were his own daughter. Esther was then selected to become a candidate to become the king's new potential wifey. She is then taken to the king's palace alongside all the other beautiful fine virgins of all the land. There, they all get dolled up and get ready to meet with the king one at a time. It's kind of like one of those dating shows or something, not that I would know or anything, but the point is that Esther wins and now she is queen. Meanwhile, Mordecai has uncovered a plot to destroy the king. He meets with Esther in secret and tells her to meet with the king and to inform him of this plot. She meets with him and tells the king everything that Mordecai discovered, and thus the king's life is saved and Mordecai wins brownie points. But sadly, not all is well in paradise, however. Remember in the first episode of the David Bible Summaries, I mentioned how King Saul not killing all the Amalekites would come back to haunt the Jews? Well, it has, because there's a new counselor in town named Haman, who has recently been promoted by King Xerxes. And the thing is, he's a descendant of an Amalekite king. Mordecai knows this and refuses to bow down to him, and Haman is upset by this, and he decides that it's time to wipe out all the Jews in the Persian Empire with his newfound status. So he walks up to the king, probably twirling his mustache, and is all like, "You know what would be great if we killed all the Jews?" And the king's all like, "Alright." So now all the Jews are in danger. Esther and Mordecai spring into action and decide on their next move. Remember, the king agreed to this because he did not know Esther herself was a Jew, which makes it okay, I guess. But anyway, so now she must go and confront the king about it. But there is one problem. She needs to be invited to stand before the king. If she just walks up to him without him summoning her, that is against the law and she could potentially be executed for this. But still, she risks her life anyways and does it and goes off to meet with him. The king thankfully does not murder her and asks her what her request is. She says for him and Haman to meet with her at a feast and she will make her request known to them. They have one feast, but she still does not reveal her request. She then asks for the two of them to meet up for another feast, then she will make her request known. Meanwhile, Haman is probably twirling his mustache some more. I'm looking forward to the up-and-coming genocide. He even built gallows to hang Mordecai at. Pretty productive guy. But sadly, his hopes are dashed, as Esther, during the feast, reveals that she is a Jew, and asks the king to punish Haman for trying to murder all her people. The king's like, "Alright," and has Haman and all his thousands of supporters and agents executed. Mordecai is then made the king's new counselor, and the holiday named Purim was officially adopted by the Jewish people, and it's still celebrated to this day.